timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edged away. Yes, it is.
Good morning and welcome to yet another day of action-packed drama here at the Oman Cricket Academy. It's day 3 of the Oman D20 as Royal Oman Stallions and YALLA SHABAB are looking to lock horns. But before we head any further into the game, let's head to Mudassir Ali Qureshi who has the pitch news.
It's a lovely afternoon here at Oman Cricket Academy and we are all set for day 3 in Oman D20. 2 back-to-back matches and let's have a closer look at this surface. This is the same wicket which was used on day 1 and day 2. And for me, nothing much has been changed in the last few days despite back-to-back games. And now looking at this surface, there is softness on this surface and I believe the ball will just slightly hold before coming onto the bat. So in the day game, I expect that captains who wins the toss, they opt to bat first because we might see some assistance for the spinners going into the second innings. But under the lights, the conditions will ease out. Bowling first will be a good option as we saw in the last game. IS Invisibles, they went on to chase 175 quite easily. So overall, the conditions are excellent and we are expecting a good game of cricket on day 3.
A very detailed explanation from Mudassir Ali Qureshi. He's an expert behind the screens, has a good knowledge about cricket, and that's where his words are valued a lot. He's also there now with the 2 captains and the match referee for the all-important toss.
It's day 3 and match number 5. It's a home derby. Royal Oman Stallions, they'll be taking on YALLA SHABAB Giants. Mohammad Nadeem leading Royal Oman Stallions, Sai Shiv Narayana captain of YALLA SHABAB Giants, and most importantly we do have the services of our match referee Mr. Ram Mohan. Nadeem will flip the coin and Sai will call. Head is the call and tail it is.
We are bowling first.
Any specific reason?
We believe there is a dew in the evening, so batting is a bit easy. That is why we want to bowl first and bat second.
Convincing win in the opening game. So how important is to carry out that momentum going in this game?
Always good you have momentum start of the tournament because it's a league kind of a tournament. You have to win all the matches to go to the final. So that is why it's a good win to start with. We want to continue that.
A strong, you have a very strong group of players, and how important is for the bench players to carry on and support the boys who are playing in the field?
Yes, actually we have a strong team. Sitting out is nobody likes, but you have to bear because you have to be there in the team as a teammate.
So any changes?
We have one change. Yashas is resting and Sharfu is in.
All the best and give us a good game.
Thank you very much.
Sai, Nadeem have asked you to bat first. Your thoughts?
So we were about to bat first after winning the toss. So mashallah, we are batting first.
Tough outing in the first game. What went wrong?
Nothing actually. At that stage, we could have won, but it was our mistake also. They couldn't carry the innings like who were on the wicket. They couldn't carry. So it will be overtaken this game.
Match number 5, day 3. Your assessment about the surface?
Nothing much. It remains same. So we'll go ball by ball, over by over. So we'll stick to our basics.
Finally, team news. Any changes?
No change. We are going with the same team, sir.
Best of luck, Sai.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
So news from the centre is that Mohammad Nadeem, he has won the toss and Royal Oman Stallions, they have opted to bowl first.
So the news are clear. Royal Oman Stallions have decided to bowl first in the afternoon session. They do realize that chasing is going to be not very different. Looking at the sides, YALLA SHABAB Giants first, Sohaib Amanat, Hasnain Ul Wahab, Sai Shiv Narayan, Mohammad Sami Kargil, the specialist wicketkeeper. Anfal Palam has come all the way from South India. Sanju Sajeev, Mujibur Ali, Zikaria Islam, Faisal Shah, Jay Odedra, Shakil Ahmed. It's a star-studded lineup. A game between sister concerns. I assure you that there is no love. It's all fire. And when you are talking about the Royal Oman Stallions, Anshuman Guru Prasanna to start off the innings with Junaid Ahmed. Karan Sonavle will have a big role to play with the bat. Amir Zishan, we have had few glimpses of him. Hasn't been able to impress still. Mohammad Nadeem, the captain. Mohammad Sharfuddin will have a role to play. Mohammad Afridi, he's a good striker of the cricket ball. Jitin Kumar Ramanandi, Usman Ali Afridi, Hasnain Ali, Sagar Parmar, the left arm spinner. So 2 star-studded sides. A game that is known as Sisters Derby is not going to be all love. Joining me in the comm box is none other than Jamil Zaidi. Jamil bhai, fire on offer.
Very good afternoon to all the viewers around. Rightly said, sister concern, but of course, in the ground things are totally different. Right from the first ball has been played. Fiercely, we are going to see another exciting encounter. And we cannot forget what happened yesterday night. We'll talk about that later on.
Certainly. Generally, when sister concerns are playing, there are a lot of emotions behind the screens as well. Emotions that are going to be leaking on the ground today. Bragging rights is one of them. Cut. There is ample protection on the square of off. For Zohaib Amanat, he is very strong in that region. And Royal Oman Stallions on the back of Mohammad Nadeem knows that very well. What a timely blow for Royal Oman Stallions. They will be celebrating this wicket, but Yalla Shabab Giants will be regretting. The very first wicket is down. It is the big man Zohaib Amanat, who is known for his massive capabilities, one of the top scorers in the D50 format. But in the D20, just not able to impress, just not able to show his potential and class. Without opening the board, Yalla Shabab Giants have lost their first wicket, and it's a big wicket of Zohaib Amanat. And that is how it all happened. Zohaib Amanat, a little complex, trying to heave it across the line. And shot third was never going to be missing out on something as simple as that. Not a lot of pace on offer from Jitin Kumar Ramanandi, good outward movement to the left-hander. Oh, different kind of visuals. Mohammad Sami being promoted to number 3. I've seen him for a few years now. He's a specialist wicketkeeper, still to be recognized as a batter.
Perfect blow from our Royal Stallions. Zohaib Amanat, the prolific run getter, and then another mix up there. And I don't know what is happening in the ground now. A reckless shot from Zohaib Amanat, and then it was a mix-up. Luckily saved for the run out.
Very interesting ploy to be sending in Mohammad Sami at number 3. Short mid-wicket on offer for Mohammad Sami. Swinging into the arc of Mohammad Sami. He hasn't looked good as a batter, isn't it?
But time has come for him to show, yes, he can bat at difficult time. As currently we have the wicket number 1 back to the dugout for Yalla Shabab. And today he must show that he is a batter who can take the team out of the trouble. All credit to Hemanandi, Amaramanandi, a brilliant over so far. But now he's not moving an inch here and there, just bowling on the spot.
It becomes a little easier because Mohammad Sami is an untested commodity at this circuit, especially with the bat. Exceptional with the glove work, no two thoughts about that. Probably one of the better wicket keepers. Maiden wicket for Jitin Kumar Ramanandi to start off with. First over done, no runs on the board but a wicket down. Yalla Shabab Giants.
The regular duo from Stallions, Ramanandi and Hassan Ali Shah, bowling from the Oman tail end. Beautifully bowled, coming into the batter. New ball, getting some help from the wicket.
And not just that, there is overcast conditions today. Cloud cover on offer. The sun has been playing hide and seek just now. It's decided to hide and now somebody is looking for the sun. And just with that, the sun has come out. So that's the kind of weather that we are witnessing here at the Oman Cricket Academy. And the number of bowling options that Royal Oman Stallions have. In many ways, this is a game between Royal Oman Stallions bowling and Yalla Shabab's batting.
Well, it's the second over. But currently, Royal Stallions is on the top after getting the wicket of Zohaib Amanat, who was out in the very first over without a run being on board. A very, very balanced team. Royal Stallions as well as Yalla Shabab. Right, beautifully played. Always love to see the sound of the bat tuck.
And a lot of responsibility on Hasnain, because the way I look at it as a spectator is that Mohammad Sami is a makeshift number 3, almost like a night watchman right now. Generally bats at number 8. So if he's promoted from number 8 to number 3, there is a little bit of panic in the Yalla Shabab Giants dugout, especially after that defeat, big defeat. In the air, just past mid-on, won't get to the boundary, but certainly they will get a couple of runs.
Right thing to take off the pressure, play upwardly because of the players are inside the circle. This time on to the mid-on and they got for 2 runs. Some pressure has been released. And Mohammad Sami, talking about him, yes, he is a very, very good wicket keeper, but we haven't seen much of his batting in the last D20 series. But as you mentioned, he has been sent at number 3.
Looking to heave it across the line. There's a big appeal. If you ask me, Hasnain Ali Shah, down on the ground, believes that it is very lucky that Hasnain ul Wahab is still in the middle. That's his emotion, that's the way he sees it. Do you agree with it?
Well, I think when the bowler has that much efforts on this particular delivery coming into the batter, and bowler himself shows that he got the man he's looking for, and the decision goes against, obviously. This is quite natural. The things come in, sentiments come in between in that.
Very interesting visuals. Hasnain ul Wahab impacted on the leg. 12th man comes into the field, gives him a sip of water. Wonder how that would help.
Should I bring a, what do you call, spray rather than water? This time coming down the wicket, beautifully played. Kick back once again, 4 runs to him.
Not sure if the water assisted in healing the injury, but at the moment it has healed the emotions, because dancing down the track, the last delivery of Hasnain Ali Shah has gone for a boundary from the bat of Hasnain Al Wahab, dancing down the wicket, never looked to keep it down. A couple of bounces into the boundary. 6 for the loss of 1, Yalla Shabab Giants at the end of 2. Starts with the dot ball, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. Looking for a big heave and trying to go for the bye. Mohammad Sami still to open an account. Certainly a game of nerves for Mohammad Sami, who is looking very fidgety and looking very edgy in the middle. He's trying to run for a bye as well. Imagine a top order batter doing that in a 20-over game. This is just the third over. That generally happens when you don't have a lot of runs behind your back. Change and field, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, short mid-wicket. And hits it through the line. This is a very good shot from the bat of Mohammad Sami. Will get to the boundary as well. Straight as an arrow, showing the full face of the bat. I think he's done justice to himself.
Well, that's what I think. Bowler is trying to impact him, that he's trying to bowl down the leg side. But he just otherwise played it out beautifully over the bowler's head for the boundary. I'm sure with that boundary, his confidence will be boosting up a bit.
Immediately change of field, long on. Deep mid-wicket comes to short mid-wicket. And there's a deep square leg which is a little bit towards deep mid-wicket. Looking for a quick single. Directed required, directed impacted. Not out, says the umpire. Good running between the wickets. I really thought that Mohammad Sami was in trouble.
Well, slight hesitation among these two, but finally Sami made it. This was directed. But umpire is very vigilant. Says no, it's not out. Already 1 wicket back to the dugout. Yalla Shabab batters must be careful in running between the wickets.
Certainly. Now different kind of field for Hasnain Al Wahab. Very similar to how Jitin Kumar Ramanandi started this over. Much fuller, driven beautifully. This should go to the boundary once again. He's a strong lad, Hasnain Al Wahab, and if it is full, he's going to reap the maximum benefits out of it.
Beautiful time, just on the flick of the toes. Just flick. Look at that, and how much perfect time. Just flick of the toes, piercing the gap between wide mid-on and mid-wicket. So one more boundary for the total. He is such a fantastic player. Hasnain Al Wahab, always among the runs. This time pulled over to the square leg boundary. Short delivery. Asking the batter to hit it because two fielders were there. Deep square leg and deep in wicket. So end of 3 overs, it is 16 for 1. Yalla Shabab.
Hasnain Ali Shah continues. Sliding down the leg and just helped on its way Hasnain ul Wahab. This is great batting from Yalla Shabab Giants to counter-attack two premium bowlers of Royal Oman Stallions.
Beautiful timing, just flick off the toes. And ball is racing to the fence like a bullet. Absolutely brilliant batting from Hassan. Look at that one. Just standing and delivering it. Just flick of the toes, flick of the bat toward the square leg boundary. So 4 more runs. And Hassan Wahab looks in a supreme touch at the moment. 3 boundaries.
Third comes inside the circle. Pulled on the leg side. Great fielding. At short mid wicket. That ball was travelling from the bat of Hasnain ul Wahab.
Nice fielding. Well supported by the other fielders. Great job done. Could have been a boundary, but timely dive saved the boundary and a brilliant attempt by the fielder. Once again, try to heave it over to the mid-wicket, missed it straight to the keeper.
The problem is that he's looking to throw the kitchen sink at almost everything. He has a boundary to start this over, but then 2 dot balls. That advantage which they had of the boundary has been evened out.
Hassan Ali Shah, perhaps the most express bowler, one of the most express bowlers in Oman. On the back foot, nicely played it out.
3 dot balls in a row. That is where the pressure builds from, and that's what forces you to do unwanted things. All that Hasnain ul Wahab needs to do now is just rotate the strike and keep the scoreboard ticking.
Once again, shot pulled, took the top edge, and it's over to the fine leg boundary for the 6. Mistimed hook, but results in a maximum.
This certainly works. With that maximum, it is 10 runs of the over, not intended. Where the ball has gone, it doesn't matter. As far as the runs come, that is what matters in this format.
That was also a well-played shot, though a bit not timed, but of course miscued, you can say. But finally, 6 runs comes on this particular short pitch delivery from Hassan Ali Shah. Once again coming down, try to heave it over the cover side. So the end of over number 4, YALLA SHABAB 26 for 1.
Time for some left arm spin. Usman Ali Afridi. Shot pulled in the gap. This is bread and butter for somebody with the capability of Mohammad Sami.
That was short delivery, a very first delivery from Usman Afridi, and he pulled it towards the cow's corner rather. Good start, and not to start for Usman Afridi. He's a very, very brilliant all-rounder, Usman, and brilliant fielder as well.
Something that I'm not able to understand is that why is Usman Ali Afridi been brought in earlier than Sagar Parmar? Sagar Parmar has been their ace bowler, and that's where Sagar Parmar should be bowling first.
Well, the strategy, of course, is the captain who's going to bowl or not. This time onto the back foot. Usman has some loop in his bowling, trying it, tossing up also, some turn also. But compared to that Sagar Parmar, he's more straighter in armour.
Fights a way to make a comeback. Mohammad Sami certainly struggling. 9 of 11 in the power play. That is surely not doing justice at the moment. He can change things very quickly. We do know that. Looks to play the paddle. Probably would have got a little bit of pad onto that one. Oh, it's indicated as wide.
Good comeback from the YALLA SHABAB batters after losing the wicket in the very first over. Hassan al-Wahab looks to be in supreme touch. And Sami is a bit more sedate at the moment. Played it out. End of over number 5. YALLA SHABAB 32 for 1.
You don't have to wait for too long. Sagar Parmar into the attack. Starts with the loosener. Should have been bowling from the Oman LNG end.
Yesterday he got wicket from this end, Parnau. and bowled superbly. Unplayable for the batters because his quick armors and straighter deliveries really big trouble for the batters to understand.
Does like to fire it in, but I believe that Hasnain ul Wahab would know about a thing or two. The best part about Sagar Parmar is that he doesn't give any kind of loop, any kind of opportunity for the batter to get behind it.
Yeah, that is his quality, absolutely. Tried to sweep it, missed completely. But it's played with the bat. Very cleverly used to bowl.
Make him a lawyer. He can present a good case to the judge. It's straight down the ground. There's a good shot. Mohammad Sami does look decent against spin.
Mostly because he's trying to bowl a straighter one, but now that's why if somebody hit like the one which has got from the bat, if you got lit in turn, then of course the mid-off and mid-on can come, but this is a straighter one, over to the head, to the long off for the four. Similar one, similar shot, similar place, two successive boundaries by Sami.
Good shot. Hit it through the line and didn't try to overhit it. Just extension of his hands to make sure that he gets the right kind of elevation. A couple of bounces into the boundary. Looks like a decent bat, Mohammad Sami at number 3. Yes, he would have to take the game deep. Fired it in on this occasion. It's a dot ball to wind that over. End of the power play, 43 on the board for the loss of 1. It all started with Zoeb Amanat looking to swing one, and he was caught at short fine. But ever since that, the pair of Mohammad Sami and Hasnain ul Wahab have looked to do the damage. Priority in favor of Hasnain ul Wahab, who has done majority of that damage. He's been very attacking, very positive. He's looked to play his shots all around the ground, especially to the balls which were back of length. And towards the end, Mohammad Sami accumulated a couple of boundaries to make this scoreline look very respectable at the end of the power play. Run rate just north of 7, and that is not too bad in this format.
Coming down the wicket, beautifully played, over to the square leg for the maximum. Bad delivery from Usman.
You can't even bowl this kind of a delivery in the under 13s. They will dispatch you for a maximum. Extremely disappointing from the likes of Usman Ali Afridi. Generally a good bowler. Pulls the length back. At the moment, Hasnain ul Wahab is looking to go all guns blazing.
Yeah, he's really attacking on each and every ball. Coming down the wicket this time. So onto the back foot, cuts nicely. Pierce the gap, lovely, beautifully, and it's boundary. Perfect timing, absolutely brilliant batting from him.
Started off with a 6, now a boundary. A half tracker that was fired it in. And all that Hasnain ul Wahab had to do is get a little bit of gap. Things certainly not working in favor of Royal Oman Stallions at the moment. Played it back to the bowler.
Very good over so far for YALLA SHABAB. 14 runs already been scored. Rather 10, sorry.
Very intelligent, extremely intelligent from Hasnain ul Wahab. Will get another boundary. Not much that Sagar Parmar can do about it. He's bleeding boundaries, Usman Ali Afridi. He started off in a mediocre fashion and he's continuing in one.
The moment nicely placed, waited for the ball to come, open the face of the bat. No one there to stop the boundary. Sagar tried, but it's always in vain. So very, very good over for YALLA SHABAB. This time played it out. The short mid-wicket end of over number 7. It is 57 for 1, YALLA SHABAB. Skipper brought himself to bowl Mohammad D20 from the Oman talent. With the way these two batters are playing, I'm really wondering how nice is the batting wicket there. Coming right onto the bat. All the shot they played, perfect. First ball, played it out to the long off of the single. And that is a good sign that how nice the wicket is playing for now.
It's a good wicket. Kudos to Anup and his team for making sure that the facilities are top-notch here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Generally a very good wicket. If you're a good bowler, you can extract some value, but generally the batters love to bat on this. Pulled, heaved. It's going a long way and it's going to be a maximum. Hasnain ul Wahab has started to showcase his power.
Absolutely stunning one. Slightly short, standing right from the middle of the bat towards the mid-wicket boundary for the maximum. Almost 75 meters, I believe.
Make it 80. Don't disrespect the power of Hasnain ul Wahab. 42 of 26. I think he's doing a great job. Really feel that this is one of those wickets where there is a run fest. On the pads, and we'll get just a single. Direct hit. Finger goes up. Hasnain ul Wahab was looking to be cheeky. Direct hit are always troublesome, and on this occasion Hasnain ul Wahab is left stranded.
What beautiful batting we are seeing from the bat of Hasnain ul Wahab. Just flicked it away off the toes, go for the single and tried to steal the second, but it's a brilliant throw right onto the wickets and he was well stranded. Beautiful fielding placement and what lovely throw from the fielder. Sai Shiv Narayan, the captain, come in place after that brilliant throw, got the wicket of Hassanul Wahab. What a knock he has played. Once again flicked away towards the deep mid wicket for the single.
What a way to come back into the game. The game was tilting in favour of Royal Oman Stallions, and all of a sudden, tilting in favour of YALLA SHABAB Giants, and all of a sudden a brain-fade movement from Hasnain al-Wahab results in his departure. I assure you that if he sees the replay 100 times, every time he will be questioning his thought process on why he went for the second when there was no second. Lovely crunch for a single.
This is what the cricket is. But now, you never know when time comes for the batter to go back. On a loose delivery, he can lose his wicket. A run out, of course, that's suicidal for a batter. But he played a superb knock, but now I'll tell you, absolutely thrilling.
That maximum was at will. Just the previous delivery. And it's not like he was looking for the second. He knew that there was no second in it. Looking for a big heave, living on the luck is Mohammad Sami at the moment. He will be helped to another boundary.
He tried to play out to the off. Once again, thick edge past the wicketkeeper for runs. But runs are coming. And run rate is obviously quite satisfactory for the YALLA SHABAB. Almost 8.9 runs and over. With 2 wickets in the dugout. End of over number 8, 71 for 2 YALLA SHABAB.
Sagar Parmar, 11 runs of his first over. Now will be coming in from the Oman LNG end, which is more optimum for Sagar Parmar. This is a good thought process now. And I think this is the right time for him to come in as well. He can freeze the flow of runs. Jamil bhai, tell me one thing. Which kind of a thought process are you from? One, dancing down the track, hit straight through the line. It's just going to be a single. We do know that Mohammad Sami has struggled to his 23 of 17 deliveries. Not very convincing, not very fruitful, the way Hasnain al-Wahab was or Zohaib Amanat plays. Would you be overshadowed by the numbers and still give him more opportunities, or would you recognize that he is not an ideal number 3 option and choose another option? What a delivery. Gem of a delivery from Sagar Parmar.
First and foremost, he used to bat at number 7 and number 8, right? Today he's been sent at number 3. Up to me, till now, he is playing perfectly. Of course, not that much as Hassan al-Wahab was, but of course, he's playing with confidence. 2 consecutive bounties in that over to Usman Ali. I feel that he's getting the confidence. Of course, you send someone who's batting on number 7, come for the number 3, it gives little pressure to him. But I think he is justifying his placement at number 3.
I agree to that point, that promoted from number 8, from the sentimental point of view, yes, that he is doing right for himself. But when you are talking about the bigger picture, YALLA SHABAB Giants, a star-studded lineup, the kind of resources that they have, the kind of options that they have, do you still feel that he's the right option at number 3 for YALLA SHABAB Giants, considering all the options that YALLA SHABAB Giants have?
Well, I cannot do something about it because, the situation was so bad. I'm just thinking that a wicket in the very first over and he has been sent in to number 3. I'm sure the captain must have a lot of confidence in him to take the team out of the trouble at that particular moment of the game. And I think he's justifying his placement number 3, playing nicely so far. Yes, couple of deliveries is not that much up to, but of course he's getting the confidence. And I think he's doing right thing at the moment.
We'll talk more about it. 9 overs done, 74 for the loss of 2. Sai Shiv on strike. Mohammad Nadeem continues. Heaved through the leg side. It's found the gap and a decent fielding effort. I think he's hurt himself in the process of fielding the ball. Fallen on the wrist, I think. Amir looks to be in certain pain. Amir Zishan. Certainly he's going to require some assistance. But coming back to my point, we've seen that Anfal played brilliantly for YALLA SHABAB Giants. We do know that what Mujibur can do. We do know the quality of Super Sanju. And then the fourth player I want to add is Zakaria Islam. Now if you're playing Mohammad Sami at number 3, means you're compromising the sufficient number of deliveries that these 4 will get. They are your prime batters who can destroy an opposition.
How much you are sure that he will be coming at number 3 in all the matches to come? The ground reality depends upon the captain, what he sees at that particular time. We are not saying he's the number 3 solid batter. As you correctly said, Anfal, yes. But even it is halfway done, no issues for them because the runs on the board are absolutely satisfactory, I am sure, to YALLA SHABAB. If Anfal come, he's such a wonderful player that can take the things from around to some longer innings for that.
I'm not refusing to the point of using Mohammad Sami at number 3. And I'm not even justifying that he's going to be there at number 3 in the future. All I'm saying is that in this shorter format, the 20-over format, I think the teams should use their premium resources at the earlier stage than to leave them at the... We saw that happening with Muscat Thunderers, isn't it? You don't want to be going all guns blazing in the last 3-4 overs when you've wasted 16 overs of time by not accumulating as much as you can get. We see this wicket is true. There's not much of swing. We've seen how Hasnain ul Wahab is attacked. And I think that this is a good 180-200 run wicket.
Well, I think there's much difference between Muscat Thunderers and YALLA SHABAB. Don't compare YALLA SHABAB with Muscat Thunderers. Muscat Thunderers, of course, they're struggling from the last D20 series. Don't have the batter, as we talked a lot about that, we did a lot about it, don't have. But YALLA SHABAB is a different team. They have a lot of options for them to play on. And I think sending him in number 3, I'm sure captain must be happy that they got a very good partnership between him and Hasnain ul Wahab and take the team after trouble.
One thing is certain, they're running hard between the wickets and they're stitching a partnership. Can't take that away. Leg by signalled by umpire Gopakumar. 80 on the wicket. They've lost a couple of wickets in the process. But 80 is a decent start.
This is what I am saying. I mean, the run on the board is absolutely satisfactory for YALLA SHABAB. And what Hasnain ul Wahab have done, it was a superb job he has done. Fearless cricket from him, except for the last run out, which was really tragically for him. Down the leg side. Slight fumble by the wicketkeeper. and good call between the two batters.
He was being lethargic behind the stumps. Generally decent with the glove work, took a splendid catch in the previous game. But on this occasion, he'll be disappointed. A game in balance at the moment, Jamil bhai.
Balance in a way it is in favor of YALLA SHABAB at right now as far as the runs are concerned on the board. And we'll have to see when Royal Stallions bat how much they will come up with a similar score at the same time.
In the air, inside out, beautiful shot from the bat of Mohammad Sami. If he can play shots like that, he's certainly doing justice to his position. What an incredible strike.
He will come back. Yes, he is one of the best batters we have seen today. The two successive boundaries to Usman Ali, and this was a beautiful shot, full of confidence. Over to the extra cover. Just open the face of the bat. So he's brimming with confidence.
Certainly a game of cricket. It can tilt and twist in any fashion whatsoever. Mohammad Sami, 29 of 23. Flicked on the leg side. And a little bit of misfield will allow them to scamper for a couple of runs. 88 for the loss of 2 at the halfway mark. YALLA SHABAB Giants have the advantage at this point. But what that means is that both the sides will get the much needed break where they can re-strategize and rethink their strategies moving forward. It's time for drinks. Partnership stitching for YALLA SHABAB Giants at the moment. 88 for the loss of 2. Mohammad Sami is looking decent after a struggling start. 31 of 24 for him. 7 of 6 for Sai Shiv. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Dot ball to start off. Dancing down the track. Gets a single. Sai Shiv. Looking to play the late cut. Mohammad Sami not able to get bat on ball. And just with that, the star from Dubai has walked to the media center of Oman Cricket. Mudassir Ali Qureshi. Mudiba, a very good afternoon.
A very good afternoon, Pranav, and thank you for the lovely introduction. Going has been good for YALLA SHABAB Giants. They were invited to post a total, and good to see someone like Sami getting runs who struggled the previous edition. Thick outside edge, lucky runs, but he will take those 4 runs. Unlucky Parmar.
One thing that I've witnessed through the innings of Mohammad Sami is that he does ride on his luck. So you will get a few boundaries of the outside edge, inside edge, because he likes to flash, and that's the theory that is taught by all coaches. When you slash hard. And that is because the edge will go to the boundary, and just like this one. So it's working in his favour. Short and cut. Fielder is quite square, but still manages to cut it off. It will be a couple of runs. So runs continue to flow for YALLA SHABAB Giants. 95 for the loss of 2 at the end of 11 overs. Sharfuddin, the man with the golden arm, comes into the attack. Every time he comes into the attack, there is something that happens. What do we expect today, Mudipal?
Another thick outside edge, this time from the blade of Sai Shiv Narayan. Lucky runs, but they'll take those runs, and YALLA SHABAB Giants move to 99.
You need to have a regulation third in this format, especially with the kind of forcing shots that are generally played. Often results in a lot of runs. I think probably 15-20 runs have come from that area. Slower delivery. Will scamper for a single. Mohammad Sami is very quick between the wickets.
Both the players making a comeback. Sharfuddin for Royal Oman Stallions and Sami for YALLA SHABAB Giants. An important game for these players to cement the place in the playing 11. And good to see Sharfuddin getting an opportunity, but he needs to put that impact in this game. A good partnership flourishing between these two. And 100 comes up with that single for YALLA SHABAB Giants. So a key contest, it's a home derby, YALLA SHABAB Giants versus Royal Oman Stallions.
Pulled straight to the fielder at deep square leg, hence just a single. Mutiba, winning the toss, bowling first, do you think it's a great idea?
I was a bit surprised by the decision of Mohammad Nadeem. The way the surface behaved on day 1 and day 2, especially in the day games, we expect team batting first. They'll have an advantage as the game progresses, because in the second inning, the spinners, they might get some purchase and assistance.
Pulled straight to deep mid wicket. Once again, just a single.
And that too, match number 5 on the same surface. There are some rough patches which were visible, and also there is softness in the wicket. So the ball, it might hold slightly before coming on to the bat. But under the lights, I think it will be a good option to chase the target.
This is cut in the gap. The ball is travelling very quickly, and a good bit of footwork keeps it down to just a couple of runs. I think this is well done by the fielder.
Another new lad playing for Royal Oman Stallions. Excellent work by Mohammad Afridi. Not going for the dive. Those long legs helping Afridi and Oman Stallions to save a couple of runs, but not a good start for Sharfuddin. He was unlucky, the first ball gone for a boundary. After that, 3 singles, couple of runs.
Drilled straight down the ground. But to be honest, asking you, I'll ask you for in the next over. I missed the ball. 12 overs done, 105 for the loss of 2. Generally a very good bowler, Usman Afridi. He's had a mediocre outing today. Coming back to our topic, Mudipa, what I feel is that generally at Oman Cricket, what happens is that the surface doesn't change a lot. And that's where I think Mohammad Nadeem would have believed that chasing is the right option. Another point that I want to mention is that YALLA SHABAB Giants have had a poor start to the Oman D20. And if they could get that wicket of Zohaib Amanat, they would be under a lot of pressure, which has happened. They've got both their stars back in the dugout. Right now, 2 batters who aren't the threat, Sai Shiv and Mohammad Sami, they're never seen as threats. Who are seen as threats? Hasnain ul Wahab. You talk about the big left-handed Zohaib Amanat. You talk about incredible Mujibur Ali, Zikaria Islam. Those are the names that you worry about. And then now that they have Anfal added to their slot, a lot of power hitting as well. So that's where I think they've got a great start. Yes, Mohammad Sami has come out of, he's been an unprepared question to Royal Oman Stallions, and that's where the entire game has been.
He got runs before this tournament. He was called by Oman Cricket to play few practice games. They are having a preparation camp for the World Cup. So he scored some quick runs, a match-winning knock of 33 of just 11 deliveries. So oozing with confidence coming into this game. And also rightly said by you a couple of overs ago, you need luck sometimes as a batter when you're struggling to find your form. And top of that, the wicketkeeper who got runs in the first game for them, Leo, got injured. That is why Sami is in the playing 11. Quick single, coming back for the second. No proper backup resulted in that extra run. So a big opportunity for Sami and as well as for the captain Sai Shiv Narayana, who did not had a good start to the tournament. The run rate as of now is good, 8.49, just below 8.5.
Scamper around for a single. if you ask me, they've missed an opportunity, and we'll talk more about that opportunity in the next over. 13 overs done, 110 for the loss of 2. Saishiv 15 of 13. And the opportunity that I'm talking about is that this is a good wicket to bat on. Hasnainul Wahab has showcased that how you can hit through the line. And that's where the power hitters, power strikers, somebody like Anfal, who's made a name for himself, not only in the domestic circuit, but at the international circuit as well. He should have a little more opportunity. And then you have obviously Zakaria Islam, once again an international prowess. Mujibur Ali showcased that he can hit, he can tonk a few balls. Just 7 overs remaining.
Nelson on board. Early days in this tournament, Pranav, and it's really tough to impress Pranav.
Certainly.
See, from the management point of view of YALLA SHABAB, I think they made a right decision, giving an opportunity to someone like Sami as well as Saishiv Narayana coming ahead of, as said by you, Anfal and Mujibur Ali. What it gives the strength to their batting order, running hard, excellent running between the wickets, coming back for that second. Sami inching closer to his personal milestone. He struggled for runs the previous season, but now got an opportunity to bat at top of the order and grabbing that opportunity with both the hands. I still believe it's a good decision, and the surface, the way it behaved in the day games, 140, 150 were really tough to chase. Now they are looking good to go beyond that 150 mark. If somehow they can achieve 170, 180, it will be a tough task for Royal Oman Stallions.
Fired in. Generally very attacking, very positive. Sagar Parmar likes to be very reasonable. That's exactly what he's been today, despite those few boundaries that he conceded in the power play. Another dot ball.
I think he's thinking about that 50. Just on the back foot, not able to find the gap. Back-to-back dot deliveries. Firm push. So last 2 overs has been a bit tight by both the spinners. 14 gone, 115 for the loss of 2.
Sami, 49 of 40. Plays it straight to long off. An applause in the com box because Sami will get to his milestone. He will certainly raise the bat in delight because this is an achievement which has not come very handy to Sami. Helmet has come off. Generally that happens at 100, but he is certainly delighted. The number 73 for YALLA SHABAB Giants is aesthetic.
Justifying that promotion at top of the order. What a game, what a moment for Mohammad Sami. He was terrific behind the stumps in the previous season, but struggled to get those runs. But now, definitely, it will ooze his confidence.
At the moment, they're trying to force the proceedings. Final 6 overs in play. It's a business end. They need to get the results. Let's not forget, Modipa, this is the same surface where IS Invincibles made a mockery of Majid's Titans last evening. Yes, that was the evening game. Dew was on offer. But the surface is still very good.
It's really tough to convince. Pranav Mehta already had an argument early in the day, trying to convince my wife for few things that never happened, and now I have got Pranav Mehta in the com box.
Two people whom you can't convince. One is your wife, irrespective of who you are, and the second is me.
But my job is to keep on trying. Take it on a positive note, Pranav. They lost a game against Invincibles, chasing 144. They were in a strong and commanding position. But after that loss, the way they are getting those runs, it's a good sign. Change of pace, but no call, no ball by Hari, overstepping the line, Sharifuddin. Luck is on his side. Mohammad Sami, he survives.
He's lived dangerously and he's surviving dangerously at the moment. It's his day. Every cricketer has a day in a year when everything works in his way. He's played some beautiful shots over covers, some down the ground, but then luck has been of big assistance.
Change of pace, a free hit delivery. Good to see not giving away boundaries here. Sharifuddin mixing up his pace. But now this is the time for these two batters to go after the bowlers, provide that impetus. You did all the hard work, plenty of wickets in hand, 8. The likes of Mujibur Ali and Zikri Islam yet to come for Yalla Shabab.
Hit straight down the ground. Struggling to find the boundaries. But runs still keep ticking. 15 overs done, 123 for the loss of 2. Yalla Shabab Giants.
Afridi comes back into the attack from Oman tail end. 123 for the loss of 2. Still happy by taking singles. Joining me in the com box is Jamil Zaidi. Welcome back, Jamil sir.
Thank you very much. Good match is on at the moment. We didn't forget the match we have lost yesterday night. It is really one of the best matches we have seen here. Swept, reverse sweep, and results 4 runs.
Great improvisation. Excellent shot. Mohammad Sami goes for the reverse, connects well. A much needed boundary, just falling short of that boundary rope.
This is what happened, when you send someone who is not coming in number 3, he just came, showed his class that he can bat at number 3 as well. Once again, similar shot, similar sweep, but this time the fielder is there, and he saved what exactly happening at the very first over. The first wicket was down, and from then on, it was Hassan al-Wahab who took the cue, played outstanding shots in his 44. So run rate was going above 8, and he's doing the right thing, giving him second fiddle.
Arm delivery, quicker one. Now this is the time for someone like Sai Shiv. You need to show that intent. The last 5 overs are crucial because yesterday we have seen Majid's Titans. They dominated till that 16th over in the first innings. But oh, chance! The keeper missed it completely. An opportunity created by Usman. Both the batters riding high on luck.
It could have been an easy stumping. Fumbled with the ball, couldn't get the ball in hands, and it was missed. If you talk about yesterday, Mudassir, IAS Invincible, right from the first ball, they were going for the runs. And it kept doing some amazing batting, amazing batting. End of over number 16, 130 for 2, YALLA SHABAB.
Last 4 overs, 8 wickets in hand. The run rate came down from 9 to 8.12 in the last few overs. Cuts hard, chased by the fielder. Excellent job. Saving runs. Sharfuddin, the fielder. Your take so far, because yesterday, the last 4 overs, Majid's Titans not able to capitalize. All they could manage is just few runs in the last 4 thanks to Raza and Imran. And where do you see YALLA SHABAB going in the last 4?
Well, I think if both of them had to go all out for the runs, to be honest with you, they have plenty of batting to come. From here on, I think about 170, 165 they can reach. Subject to these two have to come up with some good runs.
Yeah. This is the beauty of this game. You played those overs when the team was in difficult situation. Now, you're not able to find the boundaries, and all of a sudden, you look like a culprit. But still 22 legal deliveries left. If they can manage another 35-40, they'll end up around 170.
And this we're talking about that, he just mistimed it and now went back to the dugout and hope that somebody who will be coming in his place must be looking for some more runs. But of course a good batting has been done by these two. Wicket number 3 back to the dugout, 133 for 3.
Missed the line completely, trying to go across the line. Mohammad Sami. A gritty knock from Sami comes to an end. What a comeback for this young wicketkeeper of YALLA SHABAB Giants. So it's 133 for the loss of 3. Zikriya Islam walks in the fall of Mohammad Sami. Hasnain strikes for the first time in this game. Full toss, and all he could manage is the lone fielder inside the 30-yard circle. The last few overs clearly belongs to the bowling side.
This is what we're talking about. A good comeback from Royal Stallions after hammering from Hassanul Wahab and up to some extent Mohammad Sami. But they really bogged down their run rate and come back quickly from 9 to 8, and it's almost less than an 8 runs.
Going thought of a run. What an excellent piece of bowling. Bowling with pinpoint accuracy here.
That was in the block hole. But very sensibly didn't try to ran out the non-strikers because nobody's there backing up. Similar situation we have yesterday when Majid Stratton was batting and Mohammad Imran and Muzahir Raza blocked the run rate. Beautifully bowled once again in the block hole. So end of over number 17, 133 for 3. Yalla Shabab.
The final ball, Zikriya got a single to get off the mark. It's 134 for the loss of 3. And Ramanandi getting ready to bowl the 18th over. A wide way outside the off stump.
He's trying to move angular to the right-hander, moving away from the right-hander batter. Now see how the captain will come, Sasha, with some good boundaries, couple of maximums we are expecting from those two. Tucked out from the middle of the bat for the single.
Look at that run rate, Jamil Bhai. At one stage they were at almost 9 runs per over. Just one boundary. The last 4 or 5 overs, that too from the blade of Mohammad Sami, who's now back in the hut, the captain. He's struggling with run a ball score. Change of pace, beautifully bowled. Things just not going in favor of the batting side, but what a comeback by the bowlers of Royal Oman Stallions.
All credit to them, absolutely. Ups and downs always there in this beautiful game of cricket. Matter of couple of overs, things changed one way or the other. Once again, totally wavered outside the off stump.
Just not able to capitalize. After losing a wicket in the very first over, it was a good knock from Hassanul Wahab, which brought the team back into the game. They were having an upper hand till the 10th or 11th over, but now all of a sudden boundaries are dried up. Struck hard, but just for a single. He's struggling. Clearly, Sashiv Narayan is struggling to find the gap, find the boundary.
All credit to the Royal Stallion bowlers. Really, they come back in the last 5-6 overs. Did not let the batters to come on to them. Few boundaries in the last 5-6 overs. That's really dented the run rate of YALLA SHABAB. Opens the face of the bat. Brilliant fielding. And they quickly move for the 2. Good running between the wickets.
What a dive by the fielder. Recovers quickly and bullet throw coming from the deep. I think it was a Saad Baggar, the fielder. But still the search continues for that boundary in this over. Intent, it's all about the intent. Against the spinners, they were not able to use the feet. Change of pace, beautifully bowled, loud appeal, and the finger goes up. Ramanandi strikes in his comeback spell. The danger man, Zikriya Islam, he departs.
This is what happened, you know, when do have lot of pressure. Excellent pressure put on by Royal Stallions to the YALLA SHABAB batters to go for the runs, and finally this happened. Ramanandi stuck and got the wicket of Zikriya Islam. So at what now we're talking about, they are going to have some 150, 160, but things looks to be a bit difficult. Anyway, wicket number 4 back to the dugout for the YALLA SHABAB.
Experience of Ramanandi, known for bowling in the death overs alongside Hasnain Ali Shah, and walks in Mujibur Ali. But it won't be easy to get after Ramanandi straight away. Change of pace, running backwards. Couple of runs for Ali and couple of more runs for YALLA SHABAB Giants. Another successful over. The bowler of Oman Stallions comes to an end. Hasnain to Saishiv, wild swing. Almost there. 10 or 11 overs since he came out, but still not able to assess the conditions.
Really totally bogged down, Captain Sashiv. And it is very difficult in the death overs to play Hasnain Ali Shah and Ramanandi. Their experience, always trying to bowl in the block holes, not giving room for the batters to go for some big shots. Once again, this was a beautifully bowled in-swinger coming into the batter, and umpire has not hesitation giving him LBW. I think he's stuck on the foot.
Got out in pain. Oh, just hitting above that pad. The knee was a bit down. An easy decision for Hari. Not a good sign for Yalla Shabab Giants. The captain is back in the hut and he's struggling to walk. Wicket number 5 goes down. Sanju Sajeev arrives at the crease. Last few overs, they just lost the grip. Yalla Shabab Giants. Loud appeals, back-to-back wickets. The trend continues for Royal Oman Stallions, the fast bowlers getting those wickets. 2 batters caught right in front of the wicket.
Sami coming down, very first try to scoop over the wicket keeper. Got right in front once again, and umpire has no time to raise the finger to declare him LBW. To 2 wickets and 2 deliveries from Hussain Ali Shah. 5 wicket downs for Yalla Shabab.
Where is Pranav Mehta? Anfal PM demoted because the last few overs they tried Zikri Islam. Mujibur Ali is out there. Saishif went back, so is Sanju Sajeev. Oh, he was on a hat trick inside edge. Is there a bat involved? Yes. 143, they are struggling. And look at that run rate. 7.73. All the way from 9.20 in the last 5-6 overs. Turning the tide in favor of Oman Stallions, the spinners and the fast bowlers.
The tremendous job has been done by Royal Stallion bowlers. We are talking about that they might go about 160, about 5.
Anfal took a single on the very first ball, which was an hat-trick delivery. In the air, straight towards the fielder. Sonavle makes no mistake. Wicket stumbling down here. Hussain Ali strikes for the 3rd time in this over. Tightening the screws. Now they are having a firm grip.
Once again, trying to heave, trying to get some runs, but all credit to the Royal Stallion bowlers. Really tied up the screw. To the Yalla Shabab batters, Hussain Ali Shah, 3rd wicket in this over. And that time we were expecting that they will go about 160, 170. It suddenly dived to 143 for 7 now. With almost 7 legal drives to go.
It was Mujib Ali who got out, so the scorer just he needs to make that correction. What an over. A brilliant over. Just one run, got 3 wickets in the penultimate over of this first innings. 19 gone, the score 143, but I think it should be 144.
So Ramnandi is going to bowl the 20th over. Absolutely strangled the run going Royal Stallion bowlers for the YALLA SHABAB, who was doing well in the 14th over, but after that it was totally dominated by Royal Stallion bowlers, spinners and Food the fast bowler. This was played out to the third man. Mujib Ali has already got out. It is Danfal who is batting now.
Venu, in the last over, they scored 1 run and Mujib Ali was out. Anfal is still out there. The score should be 144.
This is what the beauty of this game is. It's going one way or the other. Let us see the last over, how much runs come in that. This time once again try to bowl and the chances of a run out. Yes, it is Anfal now who got run out. He tried to steal the single. Ball went through the wicket keeper. He ran quickly but sent back by the batter Faisal Shah. But he was almost shaking hand with the striker, finally got run out. So many rather collapse at the part of YALLA SHABAB. Ramnandi to continue. This time top edge in the air. The fielder under it. And that's the end of Faisal Shah. Once again, all credit to the bowlers of Royal Stallions. Really a collapse for the YALLA SHABAB batters in the last 5-6 overs. Number of wickets tumbling down. Hussain Ali Shah got 3 wickets in an over. And saw Ramnandi, who got the wicket in this over and got a wicket in the last over as well. So really drama here at the Oman Cricket Academy with the D20 league playing on. As always, exciting matches. And this also comes to that level. It was going well for YALLA SHABAB until the 14th over. But after that, it was all Royal Stallion spinners and fast bowlers who dominated the batting of YALLA SHABAB. Plays it down for the single. What an over from Hussain Ali Shah, the penultimate one. And this is Ramnandi bowling the last over with all his experience, tightening the grip on the batters, got wickets in between. try to smash, beaten, slower one. That's what the experience have got. Ramnandi and Hassan Ali Shah, both national team players. Showing their class. Once again in the middle, and they got off to a single. The end of 20 overs for YALLA SHABAB. Some excellent comeback from Royal Stallion bowlers of the 14th over. It was all in all Royal Stallion spinners, and especially Hassan Ali Shah and Ramanandi.
They just lost the plot in the last 6-7 overs after building a partnership. This was the first man to depart. The first over, change of pace, good catch taken by the fielder. Then flurry of boundaries and maximums from the blade of Hasnain ul Wahab, who batted beautifully, taking on the bowlers. One after the other were dispatched towards the fence, and in the process he got 44 runs. Timing has been impeccable, so was finding the gaps at will Hasnain ul Wahab. Even the likes of Hassan Ali Shah was punished by Wahab. A top edge flies over the wicket keeper. A positive approach by Hasnain. Though he lost his partner, Zoeb Amanat, in the very first over, he kept the scoreboard moving and got that support from Sami. Was promoted, who's playing his first game of this D series. Even the likes of Usman Afridi not able to find a wicket in the first innings. A lightning outfield, excellent placement by Wahab, using those big gaps to his favour. A poor effort coming from Sagar Parmar. Rock solid on the back foot, getting a maximum. And then came Captain Nadeem. There was never the second run. A direct hit. Yes and no led to the fall of Wahab. Then thick outside edge from the blade of Sami and Sai Shiv Narayana, who stitched a partnership. But in the process, they played too many dot deliveries, which at the end of first innings hurted YALLA SHABAB.
Yes, definitely. After the onslaught from Hassan ul Wahab and Muhammad Sami, things goes down back in the dugout for YALLA SHABAB. Couldn't score. Absolute bowling from the Royal Stallions. Couple of boundaries, then reverse sweep by Muhammad Sami rather. But then it was all in all fast bowlers who came. This is the first one from Ramnandi, got right in front. And on the very next delivery, it was Hassan Ali Shah who got off the LBW decision in his favour. Then once again, it is an LBW decision in favour of Hassan Ali Shah. And last one, that up in the air, nicely taken by the fielder at long on. And this is the last run out. Anfar would try to steal a single, only run out.
A second time in this tournament he got a run out. So a comeback with the bowling side, keeping the opposition under 150. We'll dive into a short break. Once we are back, it will be chase on for Royal Oman Stallions.
straight in.
Beautiful ball.
Edged away, yes it is.
Welcome back for the chase. Match number 5 played between Royal Stallions and YALLA SHABAB at this beautiful Oman Cricket Academy ground in Muscat. We have seen some outstanding bowling from Royal Stallions. At one stage, YALLA SHABAB was going great guns with their run rate, but later on it was strangled by some excellent bowling from Royal Stallions, especially the fast bowler Hassan Ali Shah, Ramanandi, and of course Usman Ali Shah. Just restricted them to under 150 runs, which was a great credit to them. And now we have to see how Royal Stallion batters have to chase that target. Joining me right now, Pranav Mehta. Pranav, where are you going to see this match heading towards?
To start off first, I have to say that poor captaincy from YALLA SHABAB. The way they've utilized their resources have been pretty much ordinary. Won't be wrong in saying that Royal Oman Stallions are right on top at the moment. First ball, past the outside edge. Faisal Shah will have to bring the best of himself if they're going to looking to restrict Royal Oman Stallions from chasing this total. Yep. 147. Probably 23 runs below par is what I understand. What's your thought?
I agree with you. Yes, we are talking about this about 160 around. But all credit to Stallion bowlers. They really put the brakes off on the Stallion batters. Excellent bowling from Hassan Ali Shah. Oh. What a catch. Absolutely brilliant. It is none other than Sanjeev at the gully, and the very reverse wicket down for Royal Stallions.
This is the exact kind of start that YALLA SHABAB Giants required. 147 runs on the board. Probably 13 to 23 runs below par, but they needed a wicket to start off the second innings, and that's exactly what Faisal has produced. Angling away from the right-hander, Super Sanju doesn't drop these. One of those electrifying fielders, especially in that backward point area. First wicket down for Royal Oman Stallions. Very similar to the first innings without opening the scoreboard. A proud moment for the man who manages both these sides. It's his birthday. Vinu Matthews celebrating his birthday when both his sister concerns, Royal Oman Stallions and YALLA SHABAB Giants, are fighting it out in the middle at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Happy birthday, Vinu Matthew. God bless you. Long life and happiness always. Very difficult for him to compromise with both the teams. He has got Royal Stallions and YALLA SHABAB. It is like that father got two sons and he has to choose which one is better.
Certainly the better one is the one who wins.
Spot on.
The harsh game of cricket where no compromises are made. Karan Sonavle has come to the middle earlier than what you would have expected. Driven on the up. Not able to pierce the gap at the moment.
Ideal bowling from Faisal Shah at the left arm seamer. Bowling the right-hander batter, a slip in place. And a gully also rightly placed by the captain. Because he's angling away from the batter, right-hander. Moving away from the batter. Now the slip has been taken off. And it has come to the short mid-wicket. Good success by Royal Stallions. Rather, YALLA SHABAB for the first wicket, similar to the one they have lost. It's moving away outside the office stump by Faisal Shah.
All of a sudden, with that big wicket of Anshuman Prasanna, they made this 147 look like a 157.
Each wicket you had 10 runs, huh? So making more wider chase.
In the air, over the top. And extremely poor fielding in the deep. Make sure that the ball goes for the boundary. Very unimpressed is Faisal Shah.
Yeah, I think he didn't bend properly. Tried to pick up ball right near the fence. But late. So 4 more runs to the addition to the Royal Stallions.
Five runs on the board with that boundary. Faisal Shah. Short, pulled. Finds a gap. This is going to be another boundary. Karan Sonavle is a dynamic player and he's just making things happen.
Short, lifting delivery, pulled it beautifully. Karan Sonavle towards the mid-wicket for 4. 1 over, done, 9 for no wicket, 9 for 1 wicket, Royal Stallions.
Zakaria Islam is going to be sharing the new ball. That's been the concern for YALLA SHABAB. Not a lot of options with pace. Big appeal goes in favor of the batter.
New ball, of course, is skidding off the wicket quicker than the batter expected. Zakaria Islam is a handy bowler. And good ploy from YALLA SHABAB. Try to sweep it down the leg side.
Has to hit it through the line. Because with the new ball, the ball will mostly skid through. And that's where that area over long on can be very effective. Poor fielding once again. This time Jai Odedra allows them to scamper for a single.
The prolific run getter, Stallions, Anshuman Guru Prasanna back into the deck out in the very, very first over. Very rarely we have seen that he's got out so early. But all credit to the bowlers, especially Faisal Shah. Bowled with superb length and line.
Back of length, then it's a dot ball. It's a decent start for both the sides. Played in the deep for a single.
Stallion batters have to work hard with some absolutely outstanding bowling in the camp of YALLA SHABAB. Missed the run up. Once again, try to cut. Beaten outside. Very good up from Zakaria Islam. Over number 2 has been done. 11 for 1 wicket, Royal Stallions.
Shakil Ahmed can't be kept away from the attack for too long. He will come in from the Oman LNG end. "11 runs in 2 overs, 1 wicket down." Royal Oman Stallions, and starts off with a no ball. Shakil Ahmed, the biggest of crimes to be bowling a no ball of a front foot in this format.
I don't know why Faisal Shah has been removed. I thought Shakil Ahmed will going to bowl the second over, but instead it was Zakaria Islam who started the second over, and Shakil came and rightly, very first delivery was a no ball. Pulled beautifully from the middle of the bat over to the cow's corner for the maximum. Perfect timings.
What a shot. Back of length and through the kitchen sink at it. Outside edge on this occasion. They don't go for the single. Need a wicket. Shakil Ahmed, he's not been picking up wickets of lately, isn't it? One of those most dynamic bowlers for the national side.
Every time, it is cricket, you cannot have a bowler to get wicket as in when he has asked you to bowl. Very lucky. Directed could have been really danger. Karan Sunavale is such a striker for the ball. Beautiful striker.
So who is your contender for player of the match till now? Depending on what you have seen from the first innings.
But now it is over number 3.
Big shot, high up in the air. Lot of height, not a lot of distance. I think it's going to be a maximum, if you ask me, on the basis of the laws that I know.
Seems to be absolutely good work done by Faisal Shah. A tall guy, right on the fence.
This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be touch and go. Touching the rope when he takes the catch. Spirit of cricket not there. Misses out on that one. And even this part, because he's jumped and taken the catch from outside the field. This is how it all transpired. Every time that the keeper batsman sees that review, he's going to be very disappointed. But order restored. Amir comes to the middle. Three overs done, 19 for the loss of 2. Royal Oman Stallions. Three overs, 19 for the loss of 2. Royal Oman Stallions are fighting a battle that they would want to win, especially not for the points table but for the bragging rights.
This time, what a shot. Beautiful, effortless. Standing and delivering over to the long off for the maximum. It is Karan Sunavle, as we're talking about, is such a good striker of the ball.
Mujibur Ali, nothing wrong with that delivery, just the quality of the batsmanship, spot on. Karan Sonavle, one of those elegant players in the domestic circuit. Very clean striker of the cricket ball. Goes shorter, flicks it on the leg side, will scamper for a single.
He's so cool whenever he comes to bat on, whether pressure is there or not. But always kept cool, play his own natural game without taking any pressure of any sort. He came when the first wicket was sent back to the dugout for our Stallions. Good ball from Zakaria Islam.
Fired it in, looking for a quick single, won't get it. The last thing you want to see is you get somebody with the quality of Karan Sonavle run out.
Should not happen. And quickly stand by Karan Sonavle himself. He knows that it's a very, very bad call rather. Cleared it out back to the bowlers. End of over number 4, 26 for 2 Royal Stallions.
Shakil Ahmed, Oman LNG end, and a love story. Short of length, and what a shot is that! Yes, a player in the deep, but to rock on the back foot to Shakil Ahmed and play that kind of a shot is impressive.
Absolutely. He always bowled quicker ones. Medium pacer type. And he has all the time picked it up beautifully. Once again, similar situation, just tap and run. And while you send back by Karan Sonavle.
Shakil Ahmed. Outside edge, and this is going to be a dot ball. Something that Shakil Ahmed does very well is build that pressure on. He really builds serious pressure on the opposition by those repetitive dot balls.
Nudged around for the single, giving a strike to Karan Sonavle.
The problem has been that Amir has not been very attacking. Amir Zishan, early days for him. He's played a maiden over, 6 dot balls prior to getting a single. If he can capitalize onto that, then it is all fine. He wasn't able to do that in the previous game. What does he have to offer today?
That's what we have to see today, how he's going to play that one. That was the first over he faced and got 1 run out of it. So once again, nicely played out towards the long off for the single. End of over number 5. 29 for 2 Royal Stallions.
This is something that Mujibur Ali does really well. He pushes the batter on the back foot.
Sweep beautifully. No one going to stop it. 4 runs to Karan Sonavle.
If you can play shots like that, you don't need to manufacture anything. Just gets down on one knee, gets to the pitch of the ball, no turn whatsoever. showcases the right direction where it needs to rush for the boundary. Karan Sonavle is one of those players that you need to be watching out for a very long time, because he has huge potential, great talent. Flicked on the leg side, looking for a quick single. For majority part of that run, they were in trouble, especially Karan Sonavle. That's the wicket they're looking for.
Well, he's playing so nicely. He has to take care by getting those difficult runs. On the fielder is just near the loud appeal for an LBW. The umpire has no.
8 balls for 1 run. That angle is the point of consideration. Impacted on the leg stump and the angle which Mujibur is generating. The ball just doesn't straighten from there. And hence it's always going to be sliding down the leg. Don't mistake him as a left arm spinner. He's one of those bowlers who swings it into the arc of the right hander. Left arm slow swing bowler. And this is how it all panned out so far. Boundaries and singles on offer whenever required. 6 runs from this over. Still a ball to spare. And another single. .36 for the loss of 2 at the end of the power play. It all started with Faisal Shah picking up a wicket of the very first delivery. And immediately Karan Sonavle came to the middle and showed the impact that he's going to be making on the game. Shakil Ahmed was also dispatched for a maximum of the free hit. Junaid struck a good one. Very unfortunate not to be in the centre, because this should have just been 6 runs. And that is how the entire power play has transpired. 6 overs done, 36 for the loss of 2. Certainly the power play has been in favour of Yalla Shabab Giants. Looking for a quick single, needs a direct hit. Direct hit could have been curtain for Karan Sonavle. Very fortunate.
This is the second time he has done like that. Slight hesitation. Finally decided to run to the danger end. Jai Udedra has brought in. It's onto the back foot. Long off for the single.
If Amir Zishan can manage to play even at run a ball, which he's not doing at the moment, I think that'll do justice to himself. Because Karan Sonavle, till the time he's in the middle, the pressure will never be on Amir Zishan.
Cut nicely. I think what Zishan has to do is just to give singles and give strike to Karan Sonavle.
And he'll obviously have to fill those gap of 7 deliveries that is there between the runs scored and balls at the moment. Looks like an intelligent cricketer and some excellent fielding at short third. Super Sanju. 3 runs of 11 deliveries. Amir Zishan taking his time at number 4. Fired in the air. Probably the easiest of dismissals that Yalla Shabab Giants could have ever got, because Amir Zishan was never looking comfortable in the middle, is going to be walking back to the dugout after putting his team in a misery.
Well, don't say like that, but of course, yes, he was a bit slow this time, mistimed it, and finally got out, went back to the dugout for the release and for relief of Pranav Mehta.
Lovely drive on the leg side. One of the tougher shots to play. Osman Afridi. 7 overs done. 40 for the loss of 3, Royal Oman Stallions.
Afridi has been promoted up the order. 40 for the loss of 3, 7 gone. Anfal Pallam Muhammad with the ball. Another player coming all the way from Kerala.
So I was just enlightened by my partner, Mudassir Ali Qureshi, that Amir Zishan Nazar Amir has played for Ranji. That's Vijay Hazare, equivalent to Ranji. That is state cricket in India. Such a privilege to have such a quality player here at the Oman Cricket Academy, isn't it? Although the visuals haven't showcased that, yes, I'm not going to take that away, but huge potential, huge experience.
Absolutely, and that too when you have represented a state back home in India, it clearly shows the caliber, the character of the player. But unfortunately for Amir and for Royal Oman Stallions, he did not came to the party yet in this tournament. Sometimes when you are playing out of your comfort zone, playing at a new venue, I think the best option is to attack. Because yesterday also he tried to rotate the strike, he played too many dot deliveries. That was the same case today as well. At the end, lost his wicket. But this boy, he impressed. And I'm pretty much sure that he impressed you as well, Pranav, Anfal PM.
Very impressed. Certainly looks like a quality cricketer. I can't say that with Amir Hamza. He's still to showcase his talent and potential at the highest level in Oman. He's been tested. That's the quality of cricket here in Oman. It's not easy to dominate the domestic circuit.
Quicker, beautifully bowled. Rightly said. This is what we expect, Pranav, here in Oman. That is why I always love coming back to this place, because the quality of cricket and the quality of cricketers they have in domestic circuit is up to the mark. And it's not easy for a newcomer to come and straight away perform.
And that is why at the international circuit, Oman has been doing reasonably well, because they are certainly tested very in the best of fashions in the domestic circuit. 8 overs done, 45 for the loss of 3. Royal Oman Stallions are fighting a battle here. Jayodedra continues. It's a 2.0 version of Jayodedra. It wasn't as good as what we see last season. Lot of criticism on Jayodedra. This year, a better version of Jayodedra in the shorter format.
They were convinced, but lightning quick Karan Sonable. So was Gopakumar standing at square leg. Says not out. And talking about Jayodedra, the key is the patience when we talk about Jayodedra, because he represented Oman national side, and in the domestic circuit, he was benched last season for most of the games. But what he made sure to work hard, to keep his focus, the determination was there, and he developed the dusra which you mentioned yesterday.
He had it in the armory for a while, but now what he's done is he's become a great judge of when to use which delivery. So now when you see him bowling to the right-hander, it's majorly dusra. The off-spin becomes the stock delivery, becomes the variation. The stock delivery is the one which goes away. And that's where it's working in great fashion for him.
A team player. And in cricket or even in team sports, you need to be a team player. There will be time when you will be kept on the bench, waiting for your opportunity, for your chances. And once you need to grab that opportunity with both the hands. That has been the case for Jayodedra. He led the side, and in between, he was not performing, so he was left out of the playing 11. And now, looking good, playing his second game in a row in this tournament, very economical.
And something that you get with Jayodedra is the accuracy, the consistency with which he will keep coming at the batter. Won't leak a lot of runs, and at the same time, he'll keep the batter guessing.
Fighting cricketer, mentally very strong, commitment, a loyal servant to YALLA SHABAB giants, Jayodedra.
He's been around for ages. Certainly around a decade that he's been serving the side, and he's only getting better by the day.
Very impressive. What an over. 9 overs gone, 49 for the loss of 3.
Watch out for Anfal. He has a competition that is being provided to Shakil Ahmed's quicker delivery. How quick was that delivery from another quicker delivery? But honestly, Modiba, that quicker delivery was quick.
There was an opportunity for Karan Sanavle, back off length, ample of time, but all he could manage is to find sharp edge at fine leg, but variations. He spent a lot of time in UAE as well, trying to be cheeky this time, manages to keep it away from Shah Faisal, and 4 runs, a much needed boundary. The wait is over for Royal Oman Stallions. They were looking for that boundary, and 50 comes up in 9.2 overs.
Using the pace, that's the right thing to do. Karan Sonavle, as tactically correct as it can get, uses the pace of Anfal to his advantage. This is good cricket, very good cricket.
Another cricketer who struggled few months back to get those runs, but now looking confident. Karan Sonavle, an incredible story. The first time I visited Oman, it was the first season for Karan Sonavle. He took the spotlight, but the second season was a bit struggle, a kind of struggle for Karan Sonavle. Lost his place, not a regular with the side. But now, coming at number 1 position, doing a wonderful job.
And I got an opportunity to talk to Karan Sonavle, and he was quick to accept his mistakes. He said that I became a little complacent. I thought the game of cricket is very easy. And that is where cricket started testing me. And when cricket started testing me, I did not have answers. I worked hard, I grinded. He's lost a few kilos, he's got fitter, he's got leaner, he's got meaner. And the strong lad believes that he can clear any boundary at will. That is why he's very special, Karan Sonavle.
And 55 on board, 42 runs coming from the blade of Karan Sonavle. More than 80% runs from the blade of Sonavle. This is a good lesson for you, Pranav. You need to learn from Karan Sonavle to accept your mistakes.
You have to always be on your toes when you're commentating with Mudassir Ali Qureshi, because he's always going to be testing your skills. Big appeal, goes in vain. 7 runs from that over of Anfal. Halfway mark, 56 for the loss of 3. Royal Oman Stallions still in the contest as it's time for drinks. अबे फ्रेडी वॉइस मैसेज भेज रहा है.
सुन लेना जल्दी.
Jay Udidra to continue. 8 runs and a wicket to his name.
The next few overs will be very crucial for both the sides. Half of the overs done, plenty of runs still required for Royal Oman Stallions. The good news is that Karan Sonavle is playing a confident knock. Usman Afridi has been promoted up the order. Jay, very economical, a wicket to his name, but they need to break this partnership. In the air, beautifully managed, inside out. Mujibur Ali, the fielder, lightning quick Sonavle throughout this innings.
And so much of responsibility will come to the other player who is playing with Karan Sonavle to reduce the pressure. The required run rate just below 10, but till Karan Sonavle is there in the middle, the pressure won't be there.
That is why he is rated one of the best top order batters in this region. 44 for Sonavle, the majority of runs coming from his blade.
The problem has been that the other side haven't been in the contention to fight a battle.
Yes, you cannot expect one batter to get you those runs. Rightly said by you. You need that support from the other batter as well. Find those odd boundaries. But as of now, Sonavle. And also what he does, Pranav, when your partner he is struggling to find those boundaries, and all of a sudden one loose shot, you'll get out and the team can be in trouble. Now Usman, he needs to unleash.
He's taken his time. 14 deliveries in a game of 120 deliveries is a lot. More than 10% of the balls available. Big shot straight down the ground. Once again, just a single, and that's been the problem. 11 overs done. 62 for the loss of 3. Royal Oman Stallions. Anfal certainly doing justice to his availability in Oman for YALLA SHABAB Giants. With the bat, with the ball, this has gone high up in the air, it's kite, fielder coming underneath it. Shakil Ahmed is going to take the lap of honor. He is going to be unstoppable. The very famous Shakil Ahmed.
Look at that celebration. They are delighted. Their absent joy. What a delivery. A surprise delivery to Usman. A quicker one. It hurried on to him. Wanted to pull. Top edge. Miles up in the air. And under the ball comes Shakil Ahmed. No mistake. The little dynamite. Look at that celebration. Beautifully bowled. The partnership comes to an end. Even Karan Sonavle loved that celebration of Shakil Ahmed. 62 for the loss of 4.
He's got a wicket to himself, Anfal. The quicker delivery, getting the back of Usman Afridi. And in comes the old warhorse, Mohammad Nadeem, the man of crisis for Royal Oman Stallions.
Almost 6 feet tall, Anfal. And bowls with that straighter action. Having a firm grip on the ball. He has got that vast experience. Also has those big hands. Beautifully managed off the mark, Nadeem. Now that required run rate inching closer. Oh, it's there. 10 runs per over from here onwards. But spinners, they are doing a wonderful job for Yalla Shabab.
Big moment. Certainly a very, very big moment. Because Mohammad Nadeem generally likes to take a little bit of time. On the other side, Karan Sonavle, the pressure will be building on him. Has to be looking for a boundary here. Almost a no-brainer. Needs a boundary. Happy and content with rotating the strike at the moment.
Playing with only one fast bowler. Shah Faisal. Plenty of options. The bowling department. With a short run up. Will you call Anfal as a fast bowler?
They're playing with 3 fast bowlers. Another fast bowler on your screen, Shakil Ahmed. So Faisal Shah, the left arm pacer Shakil Ahmed and the right arm pacer Anfal.
Just a couple of runs, a wicket so far in this over. Swept and drops. And top of that, a maximum. A poor effort by the fielder. Nadeem gets a maximum, a much needed maximum.
They needed a maximum. And the experience of Mohammad Nadeem hit that like a trace of bullet, as flat as it can get. Jay Odedra not able to hold on to that catch. 12 overs done, 70 for the loss of 4. Jay Odedra high up in the air, cover underneath it. He will hold on to that one. It's a sigh of breather for Sai Shiv. Karan Sonavle departs back to the dugout.
Big moment in this game. The man who was getting those runs, Sonavle, he gets out. Odedra was a fielder who dropped Mohammad Nadeem in the previous over. But brave enough to come back and straight away get that big wicket of Karan Sonavle. Yet again bowling way outside the off stump. Sai Shiv Narayana makes no mistake. The danger man departs, half of the side back in the hut, 70 on board. $70 for the loss of 5. Majority of the runs came from the blade of Karan Sonavle. Now he's back in the hut. Spinners are doing a wonderful job. Couple of wickets for Odedra. Wicket apiece to Shakil and Anfal, and fast bowler Shah Faisal. Walks in Ramanandi.
Such a big moment in this game. Flicked on the leg side for a single, and coming back to my point which I made earlier in this game, do you want to use your prime batters in this position when 10 runs per over are required, or should they come in earlier when there is a little bit of more luxury? I'll give you an example. For example, Nadeem comes in after the halfway mark. We do know he can bat higher, and we do know what he can do with shots like that, which can so often get very close to the boundary or even get to the boundary.
You need to put that slide, my dear friend. Made a mistake. The experience of Nadeem. Played very close to his body, close to that off stump. Clever manipulation of the field by Nadeem. He's got that experience. Two experienced batters of Oman Stallions out there in the middle. Poor by Zikriya Islam. There was never a single. There was that adjustment in the field, but not helping the cause of the team was Zakaria Islam.
So coming back to my question, when do you want Mohammad Nadeem to come in? When things are a little more luxurious, or now at a crunch situation?
He could have easily come at the fall of Amir, because the team was struggling. Instead, as a true leader, just to have that good faith of his teammates, he always loves to promote other players. Though now it looked like it will cost the team, but backing someone like Usman Afridi, who can bat, I like that move. As a true leader, always helping the players, giving them an opportunity to perform. It's up to the players to respond to the call of the captain. He did his job by providing you that opportunity. What you did, all you could manage is just 7 runs. 13 gone, 78 for the loss of 5.
Anfal to bowl his final over. He's up against one of the best. He's known as the better finishers, or rather the best finisher that Oman has, Mohammad Nadeem. Big appeal, big appeal. Probably the impact just outside the off stump.
Beautifully bowled. bit slower. Lucky enough still to be out there in the middle. Anfal furious. The decision not going in his favor. The captain continues his stay. What a spell by Anfal. Slow was Sai Shiv Narayana, but lightning quick Ramanandi. What an inclusion for Yalla Shabab Giants. He came to Oman with Kerala A side. Anfal PM was spotted by Vinu Matthew, and straight away they have offered him to stay back in Oman for few months, and he's doing a wonderful job.
And that is why it is so important to do justice to your gameplay. You never know who is having an eye on you, and that could very well change your career. 34 years of age, Anfal, I think this is a great opportunity for him.
The best part is he's humble and always passionate about this game. Was never greedy. This is what I have noticed about Anfal. 7 or 8 years he was in UAE. I watched him very closely. This time, yes, the finger goes up. Anfal strikes for the second time. He knows the importance of this wicket. Ramanandi departs.
What a big moment, huge moment in this game. Really feel this is the final nail in the coffin of Royal Oman Stallions. It straightened after pitching. That is what was most essential. And umpire Gopakumar, as certain as he can be, raises his finger. Jutin Kumar Ramanandi is the sixth victim. 79 for the loss of 6 Royal Oman Stallions. Certainly one of the better players that has walked into the Oman circuit. And if he can stick around, I think he'll be not only a big plus for himself, but a big plus for Oman as well. We've seen his batting prowess yesterday. Today his bowling skills as well, and both look pretty much handy.
Another newcomer this time for Royal Oman Stallions, Afridi. Known as a big hitter. Team is in trouble. That run rate almost nearing 11 runs per over.
The question is not if you have the potential. The question is that can you deliver when the requirement is there? And now is the requirement for Afridi to perform.
Straight away, under pressure. Afridi playing his second game. The team is in trouble. So much of expectations. Not only from Royal Oman Stallions players, but also from our co-commentator, Pranav Mehta.
Expectations are the necessity without which delivering wouldn't be as fun as it can get. Fence it and send back immediately. Dot ball to wind a spell. What a spell that is from Anfal. Just 21 runs, and in the process he's picked up 2 big wickets in his 4-over quarter. 14 overs done, 80 for the loss of 6 Royal Oman Stallions, and certainly struggling a battle.
They struggled in the first innings in the last few overs, but now the bowlers doing a wonderful job. They have got 6 wickets of Royal Oman Stallions. Afridi on strike against Faisal. Big swing, not a proper connection. And as expected, spinners, they're getting some assistance from the surface. And that is why it has been a tough journey for Royal Oman Stallions. Joining me in the comm box is Jamil Zaidi. Welcome Jamil bhai. Royal Oman Stallions, they are struggling. Bowling side, they have the upper hand.
Absolutely. Perfect bowling from YALLA SHABAB, supported by excellent fielding. And of course, the batting talking about is not as much good as the Royal Stallion batter are. Especially a couple of new players who came but couldn't deliver. But the experienced Mohammad Nadeem is still there, but still things are going far away for Royal Stallions at this moment of the game. Over number 15 is on the board. They are still behind. 82 for 6. Still a lot of runs to go from here on.
And that is why I was surprised after winning the toss. He opted to field first. This has been the trend for Royal Oman Stallions. Now looking at the composition of the team, they need to understand it. Sometimes you need to try to put some score on the board, because going into those knockout games, if you lose the toss and if the opposition asks you to bat first, then you will be clueless. Afridi on strike. Wild swing, opening up his arms, an extra comes from Siddipet, Telangana. Afridi, his younger brother, is a part of Hyderabad team, which is playing Vijay Hazare Trophy back in India. This boy, he was a part of Ranji team of Hyderabad in 2021, 2022, but never got an opportunity to showcase his talent and skills.
Information from the Mudassir, giving the each and every player coming from India. He has got a lot of knowledge about that, keeping us updated. Once again outside the office time and allowed the field for a catch behind. But umpires has not moved. Talking about the teams in this D20, out of 6 teams, leave apart the Muscat Thunderers. To me, all other teams, like IS Invincible, who is coming up great from the last year. All the teams have got almost evenly poised in all departments of the game. So I never thought that if I would have been captain of any team, I will always love to bat first.
Always a good idea, Jamil bhai, to bat first, knowing the conditions, especially in the day game. There will be some assistance for the spinners in the second innings. Another wild swing, no connection. He is feeling the heat. Came miles away from his hometown to Oman to make a name for himself. Afridi, can he play a blinder of a knock? Can he win a game for Royal Oman Stallions?
Still there are time to perform if he can do whatever is accepted from his team. But even batting first or batting second, to me I don't think so it will be any problem on these particular tracks. Yes, of course, in the second inning, definitely the humidity or the moisture comes in place, but that is of course to the benefit of the batter as well.
Taking his time, Faisal Shah, 2 back-to-back dot deliveries. Another wild swing, not coming near to the ball. Yes, sir, throughout the season we have seen there won't be much change in the behavior of the surface, but the only thing in the day game, because the first innings is played in the daylight, the second innings under the light, so there will be slight change in the behavior of the surface, and what I have noticed, the spinners on day 1, day 2 and now on day 3, especially in the day games in the second innings, they got some purchase. So as a captain, you need to be smart.
Definitely. I'll talk after this over. But about the President Mohammad Hafeed, he's just standing and delivering. Really, you're talking about that much experience he have got, but he is not moving his feet, just standing and playing outside the office stump. So end of over number 15, it is 53 for 6, Royal Stallions.
$65 required in the last 5. 13 is the asking rate for Royal Oman Stallions. Mujibur Ali comes back into the attack. They need big overs here. 5 dots. No, in fact, that fumble resulted in a single. Lots of expectations from Mohammad Afridi, but played 4 dot deliveries in the previous over of Shah Faisal.
Sometimes it takes time for the new batter who comes new to Oman to acclimatize himself off the wicket, off the ground. That might be the reason why he is not coming up. But of course, 1 delivery, 2 deliveries, of course, no issues. But 4 deliveries in a dot is definitely, there are some problem with the batter.
An asking rate almost 12, 13, and he's just swinging his bat. Sometimes just try to middle the ball, rotate the strike. You need to get that feel. Now they know. They're keeping it simple, not coming into the radar of Afridi, bowling outside the off stump. It's working for the bowlers.
Credit goes to the bowlers now, Mudassir, Faisal Shah, of course, and now Mujibur Ali. They know that intention of the batters to go and for the maximums. Look at that, once again outside, no issues, it is going to be a wide, but he is tempting them to come outside the office stump.
I'm just wondering if he middles, how far the ball will go. He's a tall, well-built batter, but as of now, Mujibur Ali. Oh, look at that. He swings, he connects. Huge maximum. The first maximum for Afridi here in Oman.
Mudassir must be very pleased to see the way he was talking. Immediately he did what Mudassir has said. Look at that, right from the meat of the bat, perhaps the longest 6 so far we have seen. And I still remember Frisco Adams. When he came last year, his 6s went down to the road, and this is the first perfectly attempted by Mohammad Afridi.
Slight error by Mujib. Inside out, goes toward extra cover. 1 bounce, 4 runs. The good news is the runs are coming from the blade of Afridi. A big over in progress.
Talking too much, and now he said, yes, I'm of that caliber, and immediately showed that his class is, yes, one of the best batters come into Oman, and first match he's playing on this beautiful track, and did what we all expected from him. So from here on, things looks to be going slightly in favor of Stallions.
Still plenty of runs needed, but that run rate just dipping down from 13 to 12. Couple of more deliveries left, change in the field. They have got a square leg inside the 30-yard circle. Another wild swing. 14 so far. The final ball, Nadeem he needs to capitalize. If he can get a boundary, they will stay in the hunt.
And whether it's a wild swing or not, run comes from the bat. That's what exactly requirement at this moment. Not a single ball to be a dot ball. This time Nadeem, this time hammered it straight to the fielder. Just managed to get a single. A very, very good over as far as the Stallions is concerned. 16 overs done, 98 for 6.
Previous over 15 came, so the hopes are still alive for Royal Oman Stallions. A little partnership between Nadeem and the new face here in Oman. Afridi got a maximum and a boundary against Mujibur Ali in the previous over. Faisal so far lethal with the ball. A quick single. So now showing and putting that faith and trust in Afridi is Nadeem.
This is what I wanted to say, that Nadeem saw that he is now striking well. So he just pushed, got a single and gave him chance, because he knows that Nadeem is not that much powerful hitter as Afridi is. So he might try for some more maximum in this over. So this is what captain has to think and do.
This is the beauty of this game here in Oman. It's not over till it's over. They were struggling, 6 wickets down, still plenty of runs needed, but this is shorter format, T20. One big over, you're back in the game. Now Shah Faisal, he'll be targeting to get rid of Afridi. Change in the field. This is the third, there is a backward point towards that offside. Long off, just 2 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Beautifully bowled. Specialist. That is why Oman national side, they looks good when we talk about the bowling unit. 3 newcomers, Jitendra Kumar Ramanandi, Hasnain Ali and Shah Faisal. They were terrific for Oman.
Leaving apart Hasnain Ali, Shah does not come up to the expectation, but it was Faisal Shah who really stole, I think, the heart of the people all through this Asia Cup. I was having a lot of hopes of Hasnain Ali Shah in this Asia Cup. Try to swing it, misses it.
An opportunity, change of pace, what an over. In his previous over, he just gave away 2 runs, bowled 4 dot deliveries in a row to Afridi. Now 3 balls, just couple of runs. These boys always gives us so many good memories, not only at international level but also in the domestic. Whenever we watch domestic games, it goes down till the wire. Thick outside edge, an excellent field setup given by captain, and bowling as per the field is Shah Faisal. He needs to find boundaries in the last couple of deliveries.
He is a terrific bowler, Faisal Shah. We were always talking about him. Even before he jumped into the national team, his performance in the D20 and D10 was absolutely brilliant. A brilliant bowler, and performed well also in the national team as well. And more expectation from him incoming World Cup that he might help Oman to get some early wickets.
Very impressive. The world saw what he did in Asia Cup with the ball, especially with the new ball, Shah Faisal. What a spell.
Sheer pace from Faisal Shah. Not letting the batter to at least move, come out a bit.
Lone fast bowler in this lineup took that responsibility and he made sure not to leak runs in his overs. Which gave spinners that space to experiment. Full marks to Shah Faisal, the way he is bowling, especially against Afridi, the big hitter. Played with one hand. What an over. Just 4 runs. Now there is a jump in that required run rate from 12. Now it goes to 15.33, going into the last 3 overs, 46 required. Royal Oman Stallions 102 for the loss of 6.
So the little dynamite come back again to bowl a very, very crucial over number 18. But of course things looks to be extremely difficult from here on for Royal Stallions, 46 of 3 overs. And with the bowler like Shakil Ahmed, things look to be more difficult.
Look at that. Firing into Afridi, not giving much room to swing his arm. I think they have just lost that plot.
But Shakil Ahmed, better that called him left arm medium pacer rather than the spinners. So quick, so fast. Make difficult the batters to think a bit. Slightly short, go for the single.
Shakil Ahmed and Mohammad Nadeem, close friends of the field, now playing against each other. It's hard, a chance at non-striker, he loses his grip, but Shakil not going for that run out. It was a good throw straight into the hands of Shakil. Could have easily dislodged those bails.
Another quicker one outside the off stump. Missed. He is very, very difficult bowler. And I don't know how about the Sri Lankan wickets. Mostly they are spinners friendly. I hope what will happen in that tournament, in the World Cup.
The first thing is they need to enjoy being a part of T20 World Cup. Nadeem goes straight. Nadeem clears the fence. It took some time to get that maximum. That 43 come down to 37.
In the arc, and Nadeem quickly dispatched it to the maximum, over to the long on. But seems to be a bit late for that. couple of more mighty sixes might brought them back into the game. This time once again goes for the single. So end of over number 18, 112 for 6 Royal Stallions.
So 18 overs, 112 for the loss of 6. Shah Faisal is getting ready to bowl that penultimate over. Now who is going to bowl that final over? Because in this over, if Shah Faisal leaks runs, if Afridi and Nadeem, if they can get 15 to 17 runs, going to the final over, 20 needed or around 18, 19, it will be a tough task for the bowler. So it all depends yet again on Shah Faisal. He needs to deliver another boundaryless over.
This is the one, penultimate over, which will be decided. High in there, top edge, over to the wicket keeper. But doesn't cross the fence and they go for 2 runs. This is all we have to go. Close the eyes and hit the bat. Get some runs, some boundaries.
It's a home derby. I'm not sure the owner, Mr. Chaitanya, if he's watching this game, who is he going to support? Royal Oman Stallions or YALLA SHABAB Giants?
Talking about Chaitanya Bhai, I'm sure wherever he is in the world, he must be locking on to this side to see which of these teams are playing. He's such a, what you call, crazy cricket lover.
Just few weeks back, they played a 50-over format. It was a game. Beautifully managed, pulled. He was in control this time. Targeting the helmet of Nadeem. Shah Faisal. Superb shot. A much needed boundary.
Perfect cricket book shot. Played in the olden days. Short pitch. And our common partner Panna Mehta is going to retrieve the ball, I hope. He was standing around there.
I was just telling few weeks back in fact, they met in a 50-over game. We decided the fate of the winners of 50 overs, and it was YALLA SHABAB who came out with flying colours against the Royal Oman Stallions. 6 of the first 2 balls. In the air, flies over the wicket keeper Zikri Islam, and he takes it. A blinder of a catch taken by Islam. Shah Faisal, he strikes. The captain departs.
What a catch. Absolutely brilliant one. And what thing, captain is doing the right thing. Does he to come and try to hit in each every ball. This time top edge. Very high in the air. It is difficult in the night. But it was Zikri Islam who do that blinder. Beautiful catch taken.
What a wonderful job done by the cameraman. Following the ball. The night sky, not easy. So 7th wicket goes down, 118 on board. Hasnain Ali walks in. What a spell. The second spell by Shah Faisal. What a comeback after going for a boundary. Got better of Nadeem. Where are you going? Chance, and he took his own time, Shah Faisal. It was a competition between Afridi and Shah Faisal, and I think Afridi, he has won that competition, making into the crease in right time.
Funny going on in the middle. Look at that one. The Shah Faisal, he and who, like you, got in runner 1, 2, 3, go. And it was Afridi who won the race. Reached before Faisal Shah moved on.
A good decision, and I like the positioning of umpire Hari. He was in a good position to have that closer look. Excellent decision, excellent job. A dot delivery. Couple of more deliveries left. Hasnain on strike. Change of pace in the air. Mujib calls it. Mujib takes it. No, he drops it. He survives. Hasnain. Unlucky. Shah Faisal.
Once again, it was a brilliant try. I think the catch was some other fielder was coming that one. It's more easy for him. He has to move back Mujibur Ali. That one. He heaved it. I don't know who is the other fielder. Anfal. Zoeb Amanat was there. But once again, absolutely brilliant work done by the cameraman. Well done, our crew, for such wonderful visuals we have seen.
Eight so far, 28 needed. The last 7 he needs to find a maximum. Wild swing, what a spell. A match-winning spell, I believe, delivered by Shah Faisal. 4 overs going for 24, couple of wickets. We are going to the final over. With still 28 required, 120 for the loss of 7 Royal Oman Stallions. Final over, Shakil Ahmed with the ball, with the bat on strike, Afridi, 28 needed. I think it's done and dusted. Coming back for that second. What a wonderful piece of bowling. And credit should be given to the captain. The rotation policy has been brilliant by Sai Shiv Narayan.
Absolutely brilliant, yes. The match was almost looking in the hand of Royal Stallion, but the last 9 overs rather. Absolute brilliant bowling from Faisal Shah, Shakil Ahmed, Anfal as well.
I think the turning point was that reintroduction of Jay Odedra with the ball, where he got better of Karan Sonavle. Brilliant captaincy by Sai Shiv Narayan. Using the feet, will not give you much room. Very quicker in the air, Shakil Ahmed. It's like an army of spinners for YALLA SHABAB Giants.
They scored 147, which is not a very good score, but still they fought hard with some brilliant captainship by the captain Sai Shiv, and of course this time beautifully bowled, and he's asking for an LBW, but Gopal Kumar says no. All credit their bowlers. They brought them back into the game and almost inching towards the victory.
He connects. Is it too late? 24 of the last 3. He sends Shakil Ahmed out of the park. What a hit. One of the longest sixes we have witnessed in this edition of Oman D20.
Especially from this newcomer, Mohammad Afridi. Look at that one, all that he has done. It was once again the longest six we have seen today. Over to the scoreboard.
Chance. Oh, he lost the sight in that floodlights. So 4 runs will be added to the total. But it's too late. They missed the trick by not sending Hasnain up the order.
I think he's totally lost the sight. This is what happened when you are fielding at the long on, deep mid wicket where the lights are in front of you. This time bottom edge of the bat. Going to be the 4 runs. But of course doesn't make any difference for Royal Stallions. So 20 overs done. 138 for 7. And YALLA SHABAB has won the match.
A good comeback into this tournament after losing their first encounter to IS Invincibles. Registered their first win and they have got 2 valuable points. They started with that brilliant catch taken by Sanju Sajif to get rid of Guru Prasanna. Then a partnership. The majority of runs came from the blade of Karan Sonavle, who looked in control, played with a lot of authority. But the problem has been the partners from the other end. They were not able to get those quick runs. It was a one-man show from Karan Sonavle. This was the fall of the batter Junaid, taken by the fielder. The second wicket went down in the 3rd over. Then Amir joined Karan Sonavle. But yet again the problem was the same. It was Karan Sonavle who got runs from his end. Amir struggled and his struggle came to an end in the over of J. Odedra. Then Usman Ali was promoted up the order but not helping the cause of the team. Some innovative shots, some clever piece of batting shown by Karan Sonavle. This was the end of Usman Ali, beautifully bowled by Anfal PM, and good catch taken by Shakil.
And this time once again it was the captain who played that shot toward the square leg for the 6. That was the last one played by Afridi and went for the big. This was a just open the face of the bat. The loud appeal for an LBW. This is the first one. And then once again it's Afridi with the longest 6 of the match. And that was the hook played beautifully by Mohammad Nadeem. And that was the one miscued shot. And what a catch has been taken by Mujibur Ali. Brilliant catch. And Shakil Ahmed also hammered once again to the longest part of the ground. Then another one goes straight to mid-off for the boundary. And that was from the bottom part of the bat through the fine leg boundary for 4. So 138 for 7. Look at the batting card. It's the Anshuman who got out. Duck. Brilliant work done by Karan Sonavle. 46 of 35. Equally good knock of 32 from Mohammad Nadeem. 23 of 32. And of course, Mohammad Afridi, the newcomer, 20 of 17. 138 for 7 with 7 extras. Absolute brilliant bowling display by the YALLA SHABAB Giants, spearheaded by Faisal Shah, who got 2 for 24, 2 wickets for J. Odedra for 22 and 2 wickets for Anfal, the newcomer, 2 for 21, 138 for 7. Royal Stallions and won by 9 runs. A short break. Summary of the match. YALLA SHABAB batted for the score 147 for 9 with Mohammad Sami batting on 57 of 46 and Hassan Wahab 43 of 27, Saishif 27. Good bowling from Hassan Al Shah 4 for 21. Brilliant bowling from him. Ramanandi 3 for 21. And if Royal Stallions chasing 138 but 138 for 7. Karan Sonavle 46 of 35. So match won by of the point table. It is IAS Invincible heading the points table with 4 points. Renaissance Challengers 2, Royal Oman Stallions 2, YALLA SHABAB 2, and Muscat Thunderers and Magistrates yet to register a single point on the point table. We have a short break and it will go to Parnav Mehta for the post-match presentation.
Post-match presentation, game number 5, day 3. It was a home derby between YALLA SHABAB Giants and Royal Oman Stallions. Bragging rights certainly go to YALLA SHABAB Giants by clinching that victory. And in a clutch moment, a player that defined the match is certainly going to be standing out. But before I announce the player of the match, please may I invite the guest, Mr. Karthik, the match referee, who is going to be presenting the memento. Mohammad Sami, who was promoted to number 3, did justice, will collect his player of the match. 57 of 46 deliveries, 8 boundaries in the process. Sami, सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद. नंबर 3 पे आपको प्रमोट किया गया था. प्रेशर होगा क्योंकि काफ़ी टाइम से आपने बैटिंग से रन नहीं स्कोर किए थे.
जी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अल्लाह का लाख लाख शुक्र है कि परफॉर्म हुआ और टीम मैच जीती मेरी. सबसे बड़ी बात यह है क्योंकि हम पहला मैच हारे हुए थे तो ये जीतना हमारे लिए मस्त था और अल्लाह ताला ने मेरा फर्स्ट मैन ऑफ द मैच है और मैं बहुत खुश.
लियो पहले मैच में खेले थे आपकी जगह पे, इंजर्ड हो गए, आपको मौका मिला तो प्रेशर डबल होगा आप पे कि अब कंपटीशन भी और अच्छा हो गया आपकी टीम में.
जी ये है कि लियो बहुत सीनियर प्लेयर है और उसने मुझे टिप्स दी थी और मैं ऑफ सीज़न बहुत मेहनत की. पिछली गलतियां सीज़न की उस पर मैंने वर्कआउट किया और रिज़ल्ट आपके सामने है, अच्छा हुआ.
सामी, एक टाइम पे जब आप और साइशिफ बैटिंग कर रहे थे तभी गेम थोड़ा सा फंस गया था। आखिरी 10 ओवर में उतने रन नहीं हुए जितने बनने चाहिए थे। तो क्या उस वक्त आप और साइशिफ के बीच में क्या बात चल रही थी?
यही बात चल रही थी क्योंकि स्पिनर आके ना बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग कर रहे थे, तो मैं कह रहा था कि फास्ट बॉलर का वेट करते हैं तो अब रन्स बनेंगे हमारे। तो बस
बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद। उम्मीद करते हैं कि और बहुत सारे अवार्ड्स आपके पास आए।
थैंक यू सो मच।
Player of the match, Mohammad Sami, for his fantastic 57 of 46 deliveries. He was a standout, promoted and standing tall to the opportunity provided. Yalla Shabab Giants will have a big smile on their face. But we are done for the presentation, but not done for the day. A very clinch thriller is going to be going live in moments from now.
He has timed that one well. Catches the call straight in. Beautifully bowled. Edged away. Yes, it is.